I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? What's up, everybody? Back at you again with another reaction. This is another one of those videos that I did, Strange Things of South Korea. The last one I did, you said it was all BS and made up. So I found another one out of my own curiosity to see if this one is completely BS too. Not to be confused with the PS2, which is a great gaming system. However, this is not the PS2, but will this be BS2? Let's find out. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
"15 strange things that seem normal only in South Korea." South Korea is a country of contrasts, where modern technologies and ancient Eastern traditions harmoniously combine into something totally unique in and of itself. Every journey to this amazing country reveals countless new secrets and mysteries. So here's a selection of the most remarkable findings from South Korea that just might astonish you. 15. They have unbeatable state support for pregnant women.
That's random. Is that true though? Really?
The state definitely goes out of its way to support pregnant women in this country. For example, expecting women in South Korea are given a special credit card from the government with a $500 balance on it. A future mother can spend this money on medical treatment and all necessary supplements and prescriptions. The state also gives these women a little trinket that allows them to use public transport with comfort and ease. Pink subway seats are reserved specifically for expecting mothers, and the trinket activates a sign so that all other passengers know that there's a soon-to-be mommy in the car. This is especially helpful for those in the early stages of pregnancy when it's not so obvious that a woman is expecting. They also get special parking spots near the entrance of most public buildings and other facilities. And they're not just for pregnant women. Mothers can use these parking places up to 6 months after giving birth.
Whoa. That's interesting. America is not like that. Not a toad.
14. Almost every bus stop has a digital information panel with the bus schedule on it in real time. To start with, there are bus stops conveniently placed near every subway station in Seoul. And all the buses in South Korea are new and equipped with air conditioning. Buses run 24/7, but they don't stop at all scheduled bus stops. That's why you need to be attentive. And when you see the bus you need, you have to signal for it to stop. The public bus system can be pretty confusing at first, especially if you don't know Korean. In Seoul alone, there are over 400 bus routes with 8,500 buses connecting even the farthest corners of the city. At the same time, a taxi ride will cost you almost the same as a bus ticket if you manage to find 3 or 4 people to share the cab with you.
Wow, our bus system sucks. It's dirty, it's nasty. There's a million people on it. You ain't gonna find the schedule right there either. You have to look it up, Google it, and hope you find it. Oh, y'all got it going on, huh?
13. It's totally normal to try the food in grocery stores. In the majority of Korean supermarkets, there are unlimited samples for you to test. And even if there aren't specific samples laid out for shoppers, nobody controls how much food a customer tries before buying, or not buying.
Oh, I wish. You get kicked out of the store and arrested for stealing. You do that here. Man, I'm so jealous.
12. South Koreans like to give and receive practical gifts. A traditional gift at a housewarming party is a few rolls of toilet paper. They really love practical gifts like this, and especially ones that can be eaten. For example, management at one South Korean company presented their employees with food baskets. These edible arrangements come in different combinations and can be bought in any grocery store before big festivities. 11.
Good luck finding food or fruit baskets here. You have to build your own.
TV hosts wear traditional clothing on the Korean New Year. And that's not the only New Year tradition in this country. The Korean New Year usually takes place in January or February, depending on the time of the second new moon after the winter solstice. Koreans celebrate Seollal, or New Year, for 3 days, on the day before, on, and after the New Year. And if you decide to travel around the country at this time of year, you might encounter some serious obstacles. And that's because everybody visits their families and childhood homes for a festive celebration. Just to highlight exactly how hectic it is, train and bus tickets are usually sold months in advance. As for traveling by car, it can take you 4 times longer because of enormous traffic jams. 10. Kindergartners have color-coded uniforms. Each kindergarten has a specific uniform in a certain color so that kids don't get lost in the crowd during field trips and walks around the city. You gotta admit, this is so simple yet incredibly logical, since teachers can easily spot the kids from their own group. 9. Churches
That makes so much sense. They should do that.
give little pleasant gifts to their parish. About 4 times a year, big churches arrange free visits to dentists and hairstylists for their parish. They even have representatives who actively recruit people and businesses that want to participate in this generous program. The most common way they invite community partners is by distributing free wet wipes with their church's address on them. By the way, South Korea is home to the most visited church in the world, with a parish consisting of over 1 million people a year. 8.
So, I've been waiting to comment on that one since it started. They ain't no way in hell you gonna get a church in America. Let me rephrase. They ain't no damn way in hell you're gonna get a Baptist church in America, especially from the South, a Southern Baptist church, to do something like this. Nope. They ain't spending a dollar or a dime on you. Preachers take out money. It goes around a collection plate. They take out money. Church will be the same church, not have one upgrade for 50 years. But that preacher's going to be driving a new car. America.
High schoolers study until midnight. Korean kids have to study a lot.
I didn't even study at all.
Elementary students have classes from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Middle schoolers go home at 10 p.m. And high schoolers sometimes have to study until 1 in the morning. That's why school libraries are open 24/7. Unfortunately, all this intense cramming doesn't help a child's development. It actually has the opposite effect. Many of them lose interest in hobbies because they simply don't have any time for any kind of a personal life. They study all the time, sleep during their daily commute, and spend any bit of free time on social media. 7.
Look, I dropped out of high school in 10th grade. If school would have been like that, I would have dropped out in 5th grade. I hated school. Hated it. But then again, the American school system is garbage. Garbage. Pure trash. So, other countries, you guys have it a lot better with that. So, maybe if I had your schooling.
Couples like to wear matching clothes. South Korean lovebirds like to let everyone around know that they're an item. In fact, a relationship is supposed to be an all-consuming affair. Couples use social media to brag, have cute little celebrations every 100 days, and even arrange romantic vacations almost every month. Not to mention, they choose to display their in-love status with the help of matching outfits. A lot of paired clothes and shoes can be found in special stores like Sweet BONGBONG, Couple Plaza, or Couple Market. Sweethearts of any age can find just what they're looking for. 6.
Interesting.
The best gift for a teacher is a cup of coffee or candy. While you might remember giving your teacher an apple or some flowers, South Korean parents and children like to show their gratitude to a teacher by giving them candy or a cup of coffee. What's more, there's an established gift-giving culture in Korea with certain rules. For example, big gifts to teachers or public officials are considered bribes. And when somebody visits your home in this country, you can be sure that they'll bring a drink, dessert, or fruit. 5. They have themed
I ain't gonna bring you shit over here.
subway cars. There are lots of themed subway cars dedicated to certain cartoon characters. Stations are even announced in these characters' voices, and they have life-size sculptures of them sitting on the seats.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I want that to be a thing.
In Seoul, there's a subway train dedicated to a comedy animated series called LARVA. It runs on the Green Line 8 times a day and features 2 of the cartoon's main characters in every car. 4. It's a more isolated country than we think. Koreans practically never listen to music or watch movies from other countries. They're not very familiar with Western traditions, and they don't even have geography at school. At the same time, they'd be happy to tell you anything you want to know about K-pop singers and bands. The most popular musical group among the South Korean youth is the boy band BTS.
Yes. What's up? You got a like for that. You got a like for that. Y'all, you guys are all about telling me it's about some BTS and some K-pop. Y'all been on it.
Yes. 3. They don't really eat dogs. This is a dying trend in South Korea since almost the entire young generation has never even tried dog meat. Now, it is still possible to try this dish there, but it's extremely expensive. Modern Korean cuisine is really healthy. They usually eat grilled meat without oil, a lot of vegetables and plants, and rice. But even more than rice, Koreans love coffee. Me too. 2. There's a lack of trash bins but plenty of public restrooms. You won't find any trash bins on the street in South Korea because the people there are super tidy.
Whoa.
Now you might be thinking, what are you supposed to do with your empty water bottle? Well, there are lots of public restrooms around with trash.
Hang on a minute. Had a little error. Had a little error with my light. Had a little error with my light. Had a little error with my light. There we go. There we go.
Cans inside. But even more of trash bins but plenty of public restrooms. You won't find any trash bins on the street in South Korea because the people there are super tidy. Now you might be thinking, what are you supposed to do with your empty water bottle?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, there are lots of public restrooms around with trash cans inside. You can find them at each subway station and in every park. The restrooms are very clean and come with all the necessary amenities. They have separate stalls for disabled people, and women's restrooms are, of course, equipped with diaper changing stations.
bathrooms that clean. You come to America, you go to a public men's bathroom. I can't speak on the women, but you go to a public bathroom and go to a men's room.
1.
Don't.
South Koreans' workaholism has no limits. The government of South Korea has recently taken an active fight against workaholism, which has become a countrywide disease. Office workers are now required, by law, to turn off their computers on Friday evening. Everybody is supposed to abide by this new rule. But on special occasions, some exclusions can be made. Public officials are also exempt, 67% to be precise. This drastic measure is necessary to force people to have a healthy work-life balance. Still, not all South Koreans appreciate this new law.
So guys, so how was that? Was that true? Was that a bunch of crap? Was it a BS too? Especially the last one. If that's true, what do y'all think about that rule or that new law? You have to cut your computers off on Friday evenings? Does that mean you guys aren't on Friday evenings or the weekends that much? Well, today's Friday. Huh. Let me know. I'm curious about that. I really want to know. It's interesting learning these things. And is it true that you guys really don't know anything about the Western culture? Like, is that true? If it is, I'd be more than glad to do some videos about some Western stuff that are true, and maybe you can learn some things and have a little fun learning things with me. Tell me what you think. Yeah, so like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, baby. Subscribe to your boy, subscribe to your Patreon. I've been a little slow going recently. I've had a lot going on. I've had a whole new house guest. Been here for the past couple weeks. I haven't got hardly any time to put any videos in. My bedroom stays people constantly walking in and out of, where are we at? That doorway right here. So I'm trying though, guys. I really am. It's just, I can't ever do videos until really, really late at night. And then I'm exhausted when I can do them. And then I have to just hurry up and cram in a bunch. And, but I'll get it all sorted out soon. I just hope you guys bear with me. And, yeah, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Love you guys. Later.